Hey guys, it's Mike with Riding in the Ozarks, and today we're going to put saddlebag protectors on my 2024 Street Glide. Some people might ask, why would you do that? Some people don't like the looks of them. I'll explain that in just a little bit. Let's get into the install, and I'll tell you when I'm done why I wanted these and why I didn't go with the new style protection bars, tip bars, flat out bars, whatever you want to call them. These are more the traditional, and I'll explain why I chose these and why I wanted a pair of these, and it may surprise you, maybe it won't. These came from TCMT, and you do replace the stock saddlebag arm that the bag rests on, so we gotta get that off. I've already got the bags off because I just got done installing the exhaust. Probably should have done this at the same time because this actually replaces the bar that the exhaust hangs off of. Let's get into the install. You'll need a 9/16 for this nut right here. This is the outer carrier. The other one I'll probably use the Torx bit for, so I don't have to try and get in behind the plastic here for the rear fender and the light assembly, except for with the wrench to hold it. I have a T47 and a 45. I tested the 47 just because sometimes people tend to use a 25 when it's a 27 or a 45 when it's a 47, but the 47 does not go in there good. So we're gonna use the 45. Now this barely clears. I'm essentially using the ratchet to hold the bolt and turning the nut, because if I don't, the bolt will back the ratchet into the rear light assembly and I won't have room. Well, that electric ratchet I wanted would sure be nice about now. I like to lay these bolts into my tray kind of in the position they come off of. All right guys, when you take this exhaust hanger out of the stock bag, there's a notch on it. You have to slide it a certain way. Just hit it with your hand, it'll pop right out. Not a big deal to move this from your old bar to your new bar. But I did want to point out that so you don't fight it, there's a little lip there, so it only comes out one way really, and popped right out for me. Let's hope it goes back in that easy. Now the kit comes with all new hardware. These are Allen. They are not Torx like the OEM. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use for the hangers. I can probably use either one of those. But this little small bolt is used to piece the bag bar together. This is a two-piece bar that comes together, and the connecting point is underneath the saddlebag here, so I'm sure that's what this little bolt is. Nothing else is going to fit through that hole in what they supplied. Now note, these do not come with instructions. That is one reason I'm doing this video, trying to figure this out for you guys. Hopefully if you buy these from TCMT and you need help installing them, this video will help you out. All right, right here's that joint I was talking about. It's near the front underneath. I've already put the bolt through so it kind of holds it. These have them nylon lock nuts, so no blue Loctite in this case. Normally I would. And then this is going to go on here. But we're going to have to take the seat off because it obviously goes up underneath the seat there and goes in to connect. So go ahead and get the seat off, tighten this up, and get it in place. I already pulled the seat strap loose. It's just a T27 right here on each side. I put the T27 back in because I don't want to lose it. But I don't know that I'll put this strap back on. I don't care for the looks. I think it's a regulatory requirement that makes Harley-Davidson put them on there. But I usually just file the strap. I got 2 or 3 from other seats. Then you have another T27 back here in the back. All right, the hardware gives you 2 long bolts. Those are definitely for the exhaust hanger. They're the same length as the stock ones. They're just Allen instead of Torx. Alright guys, now these little button head Allens, there's 4 of them, but I think we only used 2. I think they gave us extras and they gave us nuts. But the hole in the frame where the top of this saddlebag mount goes is threaded. So I don't know why you need nuts. But sometimes with these things, you get extra parts. Generous, free nuts. I mean, I got enough nuts already, but you know, I guess somebody might need an extra nut. And you start hitting threads right away when you drop the bolt in there, so it doesn't need to be a long bolt. So I'm sure those are the right ones. The really long ones match the exhaust hangers. The others are not exactly the same size as the ones in the back, but they may be fine. But I'm going to use the original hardware for the rear section where it all mounts up the same and not use those bolts. I'm only going to use their bolts for piecing it together because this is two pieces. The spot in the middle I just showed you, and for the top mount. And the rest of them I'm going to use the original OEM hardware. Maybe put the saddlebag back on it, make sure it all lines up. Not that I don't have confidence, but this is a two-piece system. I want to make sure I didn't mess anything up and I've got it aligned correctly. So there's kind of a notch right there where it widens out in the saddlebag just in front of the isolator, and that's where this bolt is for this two-piece. So it really doesn't rub on the saddlebag. One side looks like it's... One side of the bolt, the threads come through the nut, hair long. I mean, if you're really worried about it, grind it down 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, should be plenty of clearance. I think I'm going to leave it alone. I'll check it. If it looks like it's rubbing, then I'll do something about it. But nobody's ever going to see it on the bottom of that saddlebag anyway. All right, guys, we're going to talk for a second about why I put saddlebag protectors on there. So I didn't want the tip bar in the front, the flat out bar, whatever you want to call it. The new style is just a straight bar with little rollers on the end because I wanted highway pegs. And I like highway pegs, and I ride long distances, sometimes 500-700 miles a day. I know there's somebody that rides more miles. I want to hear it. That's not what we're here for. This isn't about who's got the biggest or the most miles. You know what I was going to say. So this isn't a measuring contest, but the fact is, for me to ride 500-700 miles in a day, I like to have highway pegs. I can ride from fill up to fill up because I use those highway pegs to take pressure off of my ass when I'm going down the road once in a while. That allows me to run from gas stop to gas stop. So these little chop bars in the front, I want something that matched them. And I didn't want the tip out bars or the flat bars in the back. They don't match. I wanted these. And the reason I wanted them is I've had an opportunity, I've been invited to go do the Ride Like a Pro in Arkansas class a couple of times. I was going to do it anyway on my 2016, and that weekend turned out it didn't work out for us. I want to do it this summer if I get the opportunity to do it again. But I'll be honest, I'm a little concerned at slow speed about letting the bike fall over and scratching up saddlebags. I mean, I didn't want to do it on my 2016 because I really don't have the money to just go out and buy new bags or do things like that if I tear them up. And I really didn't want to do it on my 2024 with the brand new bike. You know, I'm like, but I want to take the class. So that's why I put saddlebag protectors on there. I got crash guards in the front. I got saddlebag protectors in the back. If I end up tearing up the bags, then I end up tearing up the bags. But I think these protectors will help me if I just, at slow speed, end up tipping the bike and it has to set on the crash bar until someone help me gets it up. Most of these classes are slow speed maneuvers, tight turns, that kind of stuff. I've done some of this before. I've done the BRC2 class several years ago on my bagger, but I want to do the Ride Like a Pro class. I want to improve my skills, but I don't want to tear up my bike. So I feel more comfortable about going and doing that class now, knowing I have a little more protection in the back. So that was my reason why I went with these style. I like the new style. I think they look cool, but they don't fit my riding style. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Anyway, that's it for this video. Again, I'll let you know if there's any problems with them down the road, but they're installed. That's why I got them. They seem really good and solid. Everything looks good. So I'm excited. We'll go hopefully do a Ride Like the Pro class this summer and hopefully I won't need them. But if I do, I have them. Peace of mind. All right, y'all stay safe, keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next one.